Hello and thanks for joining us. This is Week in One. In the next half an hour, we'll bring you a wrap of the week's biggest stories. I'm Gareth Edwards. Topping the list is our electricity problems. South Africans experienced load shedding for the first time in 6 years this past week, and we've been told to brace ourselves for more power cuts over the next 18 months. On Monday, the power utility explained what had actually happened.
Lack of diesel at its gas turbine power stations and water shortages at its hydroelectric operations are the main reasons Eskom implemented Stage 3 load shedding for the first time in 6 years. But that's not all.
Some of the incidents that have taken out capacity have had to do with the human element, human failure. Whilst the machines themselves have challenges due to age and so on, human factor sometimes causes these trips that push us over the edge.
The parastatal says it's highly likely load shedding could be implemented during the better part of February and March, when several energy units will be shut down for maintenance. The fact is, Eskom needs time and money. More time to finish the Medupi and Kusile power stations to increase energy capacity, and more money for the critical maintenance its operations need to undergo. One unit at Medupi power station was due to begin synchronization this December, coming online mid-2015. But this has been delayed yet again. And Eskom is asking consumers to not only conserve energy, but prepare for an inevitable electricity price increase.
We are asking for customers and the public to contribute by living lightly, as we say, by reducing demand from 6 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock in the evening. And we thank those who are observing this call.
It's also called on government to be clearer with its energy policies as the uncertainty worsens its problems. Nicolaas Bauer, Johannesburg.
Well, staying with that story, Eskom is using such vast amounts of diesel it's raised concerns over fuel shortages, and the power outages have had another effect. Security experts are warning people to be very vigilant during blackouts as criminals are likely to take advantage. The police have set up a team specifically to address load shedding crime risks.
Now that we've accepted blackouts are here to stay, it also means we need to be more aware of our personal and business safety. At least one private security expert has warned criminals will take advantage of the outages.
With load shedding comes increased security risks. Alarm batteries that back up alarm systems will go flat, particularly if we have extended load shedding. There will be no security lights when load shedding takes place.
Hood says malls in particular have their work cut out for them.
If you see any form of suspicious behavior, the wrong type of motor vehicle, in the wrong place at the wrong time, suspicious groups of people loitering around, report it immediately.
Empowerment group Memeza Community Safety already has a solution available in stores.
Criminals are intelligent. They know when people are at their most vulnerable. It's this very cute little alarm system that is a carry-on alarm system. It can go onto your handbag, onto your car keys, on your kids' school bags, and literally you just pull the trigger and it makes a sound of about 140 decibels. Now, even if your power is off, people will hear that sound and they would know that you're in danger.
With the help of Eskom, the South African Police Service says it will identify high-risk areas so as to deploy extra police officers accordingly. Zikhona Chona, Johannesburg.
Well, by midweek, public patience appeared to be wearing very thin.
Government is government. There's something, the truth, they're hiding the truth. The truth is with them. But they can do better than that.
Most of the people who are working at the government, they have electricity at their place, but while us, we don't have electricity.
Nothing has been done. Literally, the lights just go off without knowing anything.
There's a lack of communication from the government and about what the schedule is. We don't know. So when it hits us, it's a surprise.
Well, then on Thursday, government finally responded to the rolling blackouts. It unveiled an ambitious plan to make sure the lights stay on and confirmed Eskom has enough money to fund diesel purchases until the end of January next year.
Government's five-step plan to prevent more blackouts is a mixed bag. It wants to oversee Eskom interventions over the next 30 days, extend private sector supply contracts, accelerate substitution of diesel with gas at power plants, launch independent coal power producer programs, and fast-track the implementation of energy-efficient technologies. None of the ministers gathered here today would say if they or anyone else in cabinet had been directly affected by the rolling blackouts, echoing Eskom's standpoint that the state power supplier is not in crisis.
We're just facing challenges, as we've indicated, that pre-1994 we had this generation capacity in our country that was catering for a minority of people in our country. Now we have to cater for the whole population of our country.
Government has also ordered the cash-strapped power giant to present a detailed cash flow strategy before the end of the year.
Government will work out a financial plan that could constitute a whole range of finance options, whether they are guarantees, whether they are an opportunity for Eskom to be able to go into the market to apply for their own loans.
And once again, South Africans have been urged to use electricity conservatively. Nicholas Bauer, Pretoria.
What should have been a joyful reunion turns into a tragic homecoming. After the break, the story of kidnapped South African teacher Pia Corky.